group project partner demanded to do the part of the project I already finished, fine, I'll just delete everything.
Right. Borrow notes.
I'm in high school, obviously online right now. And last week we got assigned a group project. It's basically a website and each page is supposed to be on a different subject. Some pages have much more work than others. And one page has 3 sections, another has 2, etc. My group had 4 members, so we all agreed to split it up and everyone would do a page. We were also supposed to do a video. We were assigned it on Tuesday and our next class after that was on a Thursday. I was doing page 3 and had made some pretty good progress setting up the page and some subpages, adding links and some content. It's worth noting that this took a while since my page had 3 sections and basically most of the work. I was freaking lifting the team on my back.
Just carrying them.
Yeah, and nobody else had really started on their sections since we had a few weeks. And I'm an overachiever, so I wanted to finish it early. Basically, we start on Thursday, get put into our breakout rooms and start talking about the project and what everyone's been doing. I say I'm doing page 3 and she goes, what? No, I'm doing page 3. You're doing the video. She'd already finished. She had never brought this up before. On Tuesday, when everyone was making the pages for their sections of the site, she didn't even make the page for section 3. In fact, she hasn't done anything. She made the website and then ghosted us for the rest of the class with her camera aimed up towards the ceiling so we couldn't see her face, and she just didn't respond to any questions we had asked her.
That's a new level. I've heard of camera off, but camera to the ceiling, that's a new one.
Just like don't show up at that point. Like it's even worse to know that she's there just like ignoring them. I told her she should do the video since I'd already made progress on page 3. But she refused. She was making a huge fuss over it, threatening to email the teacher. And my other group members eventually sent me a private message to tell me to just let her have it and do the video instead.
But he already did all the work and she did nothing.
Okay, I thought. And I went off mute to tell her she could do it. She immediately changed her tune and perked up. She's so happy. Everything's going her way. And then I went onto the website and deleted my page completely because F her, she's not going to steal my work. She could set up her own page and do her own darn work. This is on Google Sites, so it's not a huge thing and takes like 3 clicks, but she started yelling at me and I basically told her to shut the heck up and she could do her own work like the rest of us mere mortals. Class ended at that point. Thank God, so I didn't have to listen to her anymore. And it's an individual grade, so it doesn't really affect me. Now she's complaining about it to anyone who will listen, and I'm wondering if I made a mistake. And should I have just let her have it?
Nah, she's the a-hole. Point blank, period.
Yeah, bro, let her do her own work, dude.
Let her do her own work.
That's the only way that she's going to learn.
That simple.
Don't mess with my uncle.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. He'll beat you up.
What you think is going to happen?
My uncle can beat up your uncle.
You're going to be social distances 6 feet deep.
Hey, get in that grave. My uncle is very much one of the coolest people I know. He crams every second of every day, enjoying all that life has to offer, from safari trips to nature photography to beekeeping, which I did this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, again?
Yeah, again.
Dude.
Yeah. I actually went beekeeping with the Yes Theory guy.
Oh, hell yeah.
I told you about the Yes Theory thing, yeah?
No.
Yeah, so Yes Theory reached out to me from 100 New Friends.
Dude, amazing.
One of the guys, one of the editors. So I'm going rock climbing with him again on Thursday.
Incredible.
Dude, they're so cool. Like,
I have to imagine.
Like you would expect it, but they're just like, and they're nice too, and they're like humble. To tropical fish breeding, complete with custom aquarium building. Oh, also, I mean, this is kind of random too, but at SMC, so SMC is the college like around here, you could just take whatever classes you want. Like I just didn't realize that. It's like they have a diving class that you can take like for like $60 for the semester. You can take a glass blowing class. You could create like you could take like a beat mixing class, like and they give you all the equipment and all, like that's crazy.
That's a major life hack.
Yeah. I kind of want to do it, but then I'm like, do I have any time whatsoever? And then I look at my schedule and I'm like, I don't think so.
Challenging. Is there no weekend courses? No weekend diving?
I don't know.
I probably have weird times like 1 p.m. on a Thursday or something, right?
Like I would really want to do it. It's just like I'm just really just like time. Like I think it would be so much fun. I just don't know if I have enough time. But I'm thinking about it.
Stewing on it.
Yeah, it's throwing on it. Anyway, because I'm inspired by this uncle. He's doing all this cool shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, where's the connection?
Complete with, so yeah, because he's like beekeeping, tropical fish
living his best life. You're trying to live your best life too.
Yeah, exactly. and more. He's also the nicest guy you'll ever meet, willing to help anybody with anything at any time. One of his hobbies includes gardening, and he turned his giant backyard into a pollinator's paradise with the flower beds enclosed by a small, short, white picket fence. The ones that are like 6 foot tall and used to keep the garden contained. But they're more decorative than anything else. Anyway, having done well for himself in his life, he also happens to live in a snooty upper-class neighborhood with lots of trophy wife busybodies who can't mind their own business. As part of this snooty neighborhood, the HOA rules explicitly state no fences. Of course, they mean large 6 to 10 foot tall fences around your property, not tiny fences around a garden bed. Oh, wait, it's 6 inches tall. The one that he has is 6 inches tall, not 6 feet tall.
Okay, so it's a tiny little cute.
Tiny little fence, right? And like the HOA is like no 6 to 10 foot fences. Anyway, either way, my uncle's neighbor decided to take it upon herself to report my uncle to the HOA for having a 6-inch fence around his tiny little garden.
6 inch. That's so much less than 6 feet.
That's ridiculous. And he got a letter from the HOA since I guess their interpretation did find my uncle in the wrong. His response? To read the entire HOA bylaws to ensure that whirligigs, the lawn ornaments that look like a bird with spinning wings that make an awful constant clacking noise, weren't prohibited. They weren't. So my uncle went up and replaced all of his garden fencing with whirligigs.
Oh,
dozens, if not hundreds of them, clacking at all hours of the day and night. It was quite the racket. My uncle's a nice guy, so he took them all down at the end of the season, but I'm sure it humbled that awful neighbor of his. She never said anything to him or the HOA again, probably in fear of worse retaliation, like wind chimes.
genius.
Genius.